The 2008 Beijing Olympics were historic for many reasons. It was the first time the Games had come to the world's most populous country. It was also the first time in history that Olympics had so many sponsors and official suppliers, 63 to be exact. So how did Coca-Cola China break through the clutter and become the most valued brand of the Games? We brought the Shuang to the whole nation. This is the story of how we stood apart and captured the hearts and minds of billions. May 3rd, 2008 was a momentous day for Coca-Cola in China. It marked the beginning of the Olympic Shuang's journey on a sunny island in the south called Sanya. But before we begin, you're probably thinking to yourself, what is the Coke Olympic Shuang? We're glad you asked. Shuang is Mandarin for the state of physical and spiritual refreshment that one reaches after having an ice-cold Coca-Cola. You know, that amazing feeling when those icy bubbles hit the back of your throat. Now that you know that, let the journey begin. To help kick off the biggest celebration in the world in a big way, we invited the biggest stars around like Wang Lihong, the girls from SAG, and others to sing Coke's Olympic anthem, Red Around the World. With over 350 million consumers listening to and downloading the song, we managed to shoot to the top of the charts. We also launched our red carpet commercial the same day, showing the Herculean effort that was put into bringing the Games to China. This helped ignite the start of the Olympic Flames journey across the length and breadth of the country. The Shuang of Coca-Cola took the Olympic torch relay from Sanya to Beijing and everywhere in between. And we do mean everywhere. The Coca-Cola torch caravan rolled along a 30,000-kilometer route, sharing the joy with over 100 million spectators. An incredible 310 million votes were cast in selecting the 1,427 Coke torchbearers to light the way. The Olympic Shuang was everywhere, and we had something big in mind to celebrate the journey. We did so in spectacular fashion with a spot called Shuang City. Wherever you find a Coke, you'll find the Olympic Shuang. On August 6, 2008, when the torch arrived in Beijing, we had a welcoming party waiting for it. Fully integrated, fully innovative, and of course, fully Shuang. The country was very excited. It was also extremely hot. So, there was only one thing to do. Cool things down to an ice-cold 3 degrees Celsius with a taste of the real thing. 26 million people enjoyed the biggest single sampling in the history of Coca-Cola China, and it gave every single one of them chills. When we set out to create the Coca-Cola Shuang Experience Center, only the most dramatic backdrop would do. The Bird's Nest National Stadium fit the bill quite nicely. 10,000 people a day got to experience this amazing Coca-Cola showcase with over 148,000 visitors over the course of 14 days. Across town at the Shuang Zone, people from around China and around the world were treated to a show unlike anyone had ever seen before. The world's largest outdoor LED screen met the world's only fully interactive digital contour bottle, and history was made. The games were also the perfect opportunity for us to connect with people in ways never seen before, such as Coke Shuang Broadcasting Studio. Another exciting example of our Olympic innovations was the virtual Olympic torch relay. 68 million consumers participated and passed along the virtual flame. Photo Mosaic was also hugely popular, with 28 million consumers sharing their Shuang moments with us. Needless to say, a few of the record books have been rewritten. East meets West. West meets East. How do you get people from so many different places around the world to share and connect without saying a word? You do it over a Coke, of course. Some of the highlights included the We 8 program, where people could remix their own tunes with one of 8 Western-themed pieces of music inspired by Eastern art. World-famous DJ and songwriter Jess really got into it, and so did everyone else. Oh, and LeBron James and Yao Ming's appearances also proved to be pretty popular too. When China celebrated unforgettable Olympic moments, Coca-Cola was there every step of the way, especially when it came to the gold medal moments. Every time China struck gold, there was a celebration like no other, featuring high-tech wizardry and some of the biggest celebs from around the world. Let's just say the atmosphere in the Olympic Shuang Zone was always electric. And that was something over 1.1 billion people experienced via web and TV as well. And now for the part you've been waiting for, the results. Now, we're not ones to toot our own horns, so we let some other people do it for us. We were the talk of the town, and the city, and the country, and the world. In China alone, our Olympic platforms generated over 53,000 minutes of TV coverage and 41,192 minutes of radio broadcasts. The total number of print and online clippings amounted to a remarkable 15,432. The latest research from multiple sources confirmed that we're leading on all fronts. And being in front is what it's all about. Our ads have been recognized as being the most liked and enjoyable out of all spots shown during the Games. Our consumers felt much stronger across the board about our attributes and Olympic association. Across all surveys, Coca-Cola has continuously ranked at the top in both aided and unaided awareness as sponsor. And our Coke preference scores continue to see a growing positive gap versus our competitors. The net, bottom line, end of the day conclusion? Billions of people couldn't keep their eyes off of us, resulting in significant increases in awareness, brand love, and return on investment. Some results are measurable, while others, on the human end of the equation, just can't be collected, analyzed, and interpreted by the number crunchers. The Olympic Shuang was much more than a holistic, innovative, and well-executed marketing program. In fact, it became much more than we had dared to hope. A joyful movement that took on a life of its own. It swept across the nation and became part of people's hopes, hearts, and lives. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Beijing 2008 on the Coke side of life.